You know that feeling where you're working, saving, doing all the right things for years, and your net worth barely moves? Then suddenly, it's like something snaps. Your money starts growing faster in a year than it used to in 5. Your investments gain more in the background than you put in from your paycheck. You haven't changed that much, but your results have. That switch usually happens right around one number: $100,000. Imagine two versions of you. Both work the same job, save the same amount every month, and invest in the same boring index fund. The only difference: one has $5,000 invested, the other has $100,000. The market has a decent year, up 10%. The first you makes $500. Nice, but whatever. The second you makes $10,000. Same decisions, same effort, completely different outcome. That's the secret. Getting wealthy isn't about being a genius. It's about surviving long enough to reach the part of the curve where your money starts doing more work than you do. If you've ever seen a chart of compound interest, it looks like this beautiful curve that suddenly rockets upward. But no one ever zooms in on the beginning.
The first few years are almost flat, and that's what makes people quit. Let's say you invest $500 a month, $6,000 a year. After 1 year, you've put in $6,000. Your growth, a few $100. It feels meaningless. After 5 years, you might be around $35,000, maybe $40,000. The growth is noticeable, but it still feels like you're dragging this thing uphill. Then, somewhere between year 7 and year 10, you finally hit it, $100,000. And here's the uncomfortable truth. Most of that money did not come from the market. It came from you showing up over and over when it felt like nothing was happening. The first 100K is brutally front-loaded. It's mostly savings, not magic returns. It's sacrificing weekends, driving an older car, saying no when everyone else is saying you only live once. You're putting in maximum effort for minimal visible reward. That's why so many people never get there. But once you cross that line, the math flips. Let's stay with the same example. You've got $100,000 invested, you're still contributing your $500 a month. Now you hit a pretty normal year in the market. Let's say your portfolio grows 7%. That's $7,000 in growth on top of the $6,000 you contributed.
For the first time, your money has added more than you did. You've crossed a quiet but massive milestone. Your net worth is growing faster from compounding than from your paycheck. And it gets wilder. Going from $0 to $100,000 might have taken you close to a decade, but going from $100,000 to $200,000, it can take a fraction of that. Each next $100,000 comes faster than the one before, even if you never save a dollar more. It's like a snowball rolling downhill. The first few pushes are exhausting, it barely moves, but eventually it's so big that your tiny pushes don't matter anymore. The mountain is doing the work. At $10,000 invested, a 10% year is $1,000. At $100,000, it's $10,000. At $1 million, it's $100,000 from a single year of market movement. Same decision, same risk. The only difference is that you survived long enough for the math to become unfair, in your favor. People say it takes money to make money, but they skip the part where you don't start with money. You build the first 100K painfully slowly so that everything after that can feel suspiciously fast. And that's just the math. There's a second shift happening at the same time: your entire behavior with money.
You don't just stumble into $100,000. You don't wake up one day, look at your brokerage account and think, how did this six-figure portfolio get here? To get to that point, you had to learn how to live below your means. You had to say no to the stuff that would have impressed people for exactly 10 seconds. You had to stick to a plan through market dips, scary headlines, and your own anxiety. In the beginning, that kind of discipline feels like punishment. You're choosing investing instead of a nicer apartment. You're paying off debt instead of getting the new phone. You're learning on nights and weekends instead of going out every single time you're asked. But by the time you hit that $100,000 mark, something subtle has changed inside you. Your brain stops seeing saving as deprivation, and it starts seeing it as your identity. You become the person who invests, the person who doesn't blow every raise, the person whose net worth chart actually, finally, slopes upward. And that identity is huge, because now when your income goes up, You don't immediately inflate your lifestyle to match it. You don't reward yourself with a car payment that chains you to your job for another 5 years. Instead, a bigger and bigger slice of your income actually makes it into your portfolio. And remember, by now, that portfolio is starting to pull its own weight. So every raise, every side hustle, every smart career move doesn't just make you a little richer. It gets multiplied by this machine you've already built. That's why it sometimes looks like rich people are playing a different game. They are, but not because they're smarter. It's because they pushed through the boring, invisible years until good habits and compound growth locked into place. So if 100K is the ignition point, how do you get there faster without burning out or hating your life? Let's make it simple. First, think in percentages, not dollars. Save $1,000 a month can sound impossible, but save 15% of everything you make is a rule that can scale with you. 10% of 3,000 is 300. 10% of 7,000 is 700. Same rule, bigger impact. Second, automate the boring stuff. Nobody feels like investing every month, so stop relying on feelings. Set up automatic transfers for the day after payday. Treat it like a bill you pay to your future self.
It's non-negotiable. Make spending what's left over your default, not investing what's left over. Third, maximize the easy wins before you start chasing the perfect stock. Got high-interest debt? Attack it. That's a guaranteed return. Does your employer match your 401k? Don't leave free money on the table. You don't need to be clever. You just need to stop stepping on rakes. Fourth, protect your downside. The fastest way to delay this goal is one big avoidable disaster. No emergency fund, no basic insurance. You're one bad day away from zero. Surviving is underrated. And finally, be okay with being boring rich instead of exciting broke. Most people never get there because they're constantly trading future freedom for feeling rich today. They trade a slightly nicer car now for 5 more years added to their working life. They never do that math. But here's the mindset shift. Every time you choose investing over impressing, you're not saying no to pleasure. You're saying yes to getting out of this game sooner. So why does your wealth explode after $100,000? Because the math of compounding finally has something to work with. Because your behavior has been upgraded to support real wealth. Your options start expanding instead of shrinking. The first 10,000 gives you breathing room. The first 100,000 gives you momentum. After that, the snowball is rolling. Your job isn't to predict the market. It's to save aggressively, invest consistently, and stay in the game long enough for your money to out-earn you. Most people quit right on that last step, right before the graph gets interesting. So if you're somewhere on that slow, flat part right now, maybe at 20K or 60K, and you feel like you're pushing a boulder uphill, you are not failing. You're just in the hardest, least glamorous part. Keep going, because one day you're going to look at your numbers and realize you made more money in your sleep this year than you used to make dragging yourself to work. And that's when you'll finally understand the first $100,000 isn't about the money. It's about building the kind of life where money is no longer the main thing holding you back.